KidNuz fans, did you know there's a way to hear the news without hearing ads? Parents and teachers can subscribe to Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts to not only ditch the commercials, but also unlock access to future bonus episodes and other exclusives from the Starglow Media Network. That means ad-free listening of KidNuz every weekday, plus ad-free episodes of mysteries about true histories for riddle-obsessed adventurers, girl tales for a fun spin on fairy tales, Musicland stories to help young music lovers catch the beat, and audiobooks adapted for young listeners with classic titles, including Little Women and Moby Dick. Visit starglowmedia.com/subscribe to sign up for Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts or wherever you like to listen. That's starglowmedia.com/subscribe. Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Thursday, September 12th, 2024. And we begin with something that may or may not have happened. Overnight, specifically at 2:23 a.m. Eastern Time, SpaceX planned to conduct that much-talked-about first-of-its-kind civilian spacewalk. Even for professional astronauts, leaving the safety of the capsule is risky, making it even more so for these private adventurers. The SpaceX designed and manufactured suits they intended to wear in the vacuum of space hadn't yet been tested in orbit. Jared Isaacman, who funded the flight, and engineer Sarah Gillis hope to spend 15 to 20 minutes outside their craft while still tethered to their capsule. If the spacewalk didn't happen overnight, SpaceX says it will be rescheduled for sometime today. There are plans down under to elevate the age at which kids can access social media. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese may make his country one of the first in the world to impose age restrictions on social sites. According to CNN, he hasn't specified what that age limit would be, but said likely between 14 and 16. I want to see kids off their devices and onto the footy fields and swimming pools and the tennis courts, he said, adding that kids need real experiences to counter what he believes is social harm caused by the sites. Meta, the owner of Facebook and Instagram, which has an age limit of 13, responded it wants to empower kids and equip parents to navigate social media instead of just cutting off access. The Australian government intends to run an age verification trial before introducing the laws this year. The dairy industry is sinking its teeth into new numbers that show Americans are crazy for cheese. According to Bloomberg, the average American eats 42 pounds of cheese a year, more than double since the U.S. began keeping track in 1975, and more than all the butter, ice cream, and yogurt combined. Cheese producers are betting that number could go even higher and are scaling up cheese-making facilities to be ready. Dairy drinks, like milk on the other hand, are on the decline, reportedly due in part to popular dairy milk alternatives like oat and almond. It's a Caitlin Clark tribute her many fans may want to get lost in. According to CBS News, the County Line Orchard Farm in Hobart, Indiana, has designed its cornfield maze to resemble the Indiana Fever basketball star. Photos from above show a cornstalk-created depiction of the record-setting rookie in her number 22 Fever jersey holding a basketball. The farm said it chose Caitlin because her impact on the WNBA is a huge inspiration, and as a proud Indiana business, we wanted to pay tribute to her achievements. In other sports news, a highlight of this week's Monday Night Football game that has mostly flown under the radar. When the San Francisco 49ers beat the New York Jets, the National Football League says the game ended in a Scorigami, a final score that has never occurred in league history, and it almost didn't happen. With 30 seconds left to play, the 49ers were leading by the unremarkable score of 32-13. But a touchdown pass by the Jets made it 32-19. Had the Jets kicked for a one-point conversion, no Scorigami. But they went for two and missed, making it the first time in history a game has ended in 32-19. According to the NFL, it's the 1,085th Scorigami to date. Still ahead, sibling rivalry pans out for a pair playing the lottery. But first, today's KidNuz quiz. What country may add age restrictions to social media? Australia. What does the NFL call a final game score that has never occurred before? A Scorigami. What did an Indiana farm do to pay tribute to WNBA star Caitlin Clark? It created a cornfield maze in her image. According to Bloomberg, how many pounds of cheese does the average American eat per year? "42." In today's Kid News Kicker, there are lucky numbers and then there are very lucky numbers. Siblings William Frolick and Pamela McClure, both from Brockton, Massachusetts, played the same 5 numbers in the Lucky for Life lottery game a little over a week ago, and both of them won. William bought his ticket at the Star Food Mart in Brockton, while Pamela bought hers at a 7-Eleven in Abington. According to CBS News, the siblings came away with $390,000 each before taxes. They say the numbers they picked, 8, 17, 19, 29, and 31, represent family birthdays. Family luck also played a part in another Massachusetts lottery win last month. A man from Leicester won a more than $2 million jackpot using his wife's favorite numbers as well as the number of her old landline phone. Before we go, shout-outs for our teachers. Mrs. Henrikson's Wildcats at Chrisney School in Chrisney, Indiana. Mrs. George's class, who says we are Georgetown at Heritage High School in Conyers, Georgia. And Ms. Dula's class, where she says muggles are taught and wizards are born at Galva School in Galva, Illinois. Thanks for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share Kid News with all your friends and family. And we'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.